Disclaimer: the information in this video may change on the final release of the character. But with that said, let's get into it. In today's video, we'll dive into everything we know so far about ANAXA's abilities, playstyle, and potential synergies, including his interactions with Herta and other audition characters. If you're curious about all the details, stick around until the end of the video. Originally planned as an Ice Nihility character, ANAXA is now confirmed to be a Wind audition unit. Honestly, I'm pretty relieved by this change. We've had quite a few male characters leaning towards imaginary elements recently, so a Wind character is a welcome shift. What are your thoughts on an ANAXA being Wind? Do you like this direction? ANAXA's banner is set to drop in the second half of patch 3.2, which is expected around April 30th. Now let's talk about his kit. The standout feature of ANAXA's kit is definitely his talent, which allows him to apply a random weakness to enemies whenever he uses any of his abilities. What really sets him apart, though, is his ability to stack up to 7 weaknesses on a single target, making him an incredible potential support for a variety of characters. And there's more! His basic attack, while simple, deals wind damage to one target. But his skill is much more dynamic, dealing both area of effect, AoE, and ricochet damage. His skill actually has 2 components. The first deals wind damage to enemies, while the second triggers ricochet damage that helps stack up weaknesses for Hera. His ultimate introduces a status effect that deals additional wind damage when allies attack, delays enemy actions, and applies AoE damage. You can think of this as similar to Robin's or even Tri's abilities, which focus on extra damage. ANAXA's traces primarily boost his own damage output. One of his key traces enhances his skill when attacking enemies with all 7 weaknesses. This upgrade doesn't consume skill points and increases ricochet damage. An excellent synergy, especially since Hera's team tends to use a lot of skill points. There's also a recent leak suggesting that ANAXA will provide buffs to all audition characters in the team. However, the leaked kit we've seen so far doesn't include any clear buffs for audition allies, so it's likely that MiHoYo has adjusted his kit during internal testing to focus more on audition buffs. We don't have full details on these buffs yet, but I'll share them as soon as they're available. Besides Herta, ANAXA could be a great fit with characters who rely on debuffs, like Ratio or Acheron. If those audition buffs do come through, we might see him in teams with characters like Rarity, or even as a replacement for Robin or Jing Yuan in certain setups. But we'll need to wait for the 3.2 beta to get a better sense of how ANAXA fits into team synergies. To sum it all up, ANAXA's kit looks really promising. What do you think? Are you planning to pull for him, or are you going to skip? Personally, I might pass on him because I don't want to take Jade out of my Hera team, but I'm still hoping he works well in a triple audition setup, though that might just be wishful thinking. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for your support, and I'll see you next time.